Hey guys, it's Jana, and today I am going to be talking to you about Noggin by John Corey Whaley. This will be a spoiler-free review, so if you have not read Noggin, it is okay. You don't need to leave this video. I will keep it spoiler-free, so just sit back and enjoy. So first, I want to talk about the plot of this book. Noggin follows a boy named Travis, who is 16 years old. He ends up getting cancer and getting really sick, but he ends up volunteering to be part of this study where he would have his head surgically removed and frozen until science is advanced long enough to where they could unfreeze his head and attach it to somebody else's body. They don't believe that this is going to happen, but he does it anyway just on the off chance, and he's thinking if it does happen, it's going to be 20, 40, 100 years into the future, and everyone's going to be different, and he's going to have to find all new friends, and everything is going to be completely different. However, he wakes up 5 years later. To Travis, he only wakes up, a couple days later, a couple weeks, but he actually wakes up 5 years later and he has to go through and adjust to his girlfriend being 5 years older than him and having a fiance. His best friend being 5 years older than him, and his best friend's little sister now being older than he is. Technically he is 21, but his mind and his body are still 16, so he has to go back into high school to finish high school and make new friends, and it was just so fascinating and interesting, and the story kind of picks up from there and goes through this year of high school with him trying to figure everything out. And this book, let me tell you, was just so good and so interesting and so unique. I absolutely loved it. I think the characters were developed really nicely. You really got to know the characters and you really got to know what Travis was feeling, and it was just written so well. It just gave me all the feels. I laughed. I got a little teary-eyed at a couple points. It was just so good. There really weren't any faults with this. There was one thing that I kind of saw coming, but then again, I kind of already knew the statistics and had a feeling that that is where it was going, so that wasn't too much of a surprise. The only other thing that I kind of didn't like is there's no mention of him going to therapy at all, which I thought was kind of weird. Like, you would think he would go to therapy after something like this happened, but he never did. And he talked to the doctor once, and he talked to like one other person, but he never really went to therapy. And him not going to therapy added an extra element to the book because it added more drama and more intense feelings, and it was just overall really well done. I'm so glad I decided to read this for the booktubeathon because it was just so good, and it is definitely one of my favorite books now. Definitely one of my favorites from the year, and I really think that everyone needs to read this. It was just so fantastic. I did give this a 5 out of 5 stars. Like I said, it was so good. I have not read John Corey Whaley's other book, Where Things Come Back. I do want to, and I started reading it a few weeks ago, but I put it down. Hopefully I will get to it soon, but I have heard that Noggin is much better than Where Things Come Back, and yeah, that's really all I have for you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comments below if you've read this book and what some of your thoughts are. If you have not read this book, I definitely recommend it. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. I hope you're all having a fantastic day, and I will see you guys next time. Bye. So basically, first I want to head surgically removed, where he would have his head surgically removed. I keep saying removed. Had a feeling that